But moving on to some key macro data, now India's trade deficit narrowed to $18.7 billion in June. That's lower than May's $21.8 billion in May. Now, exports, they have been steady at $35 billion versus $35 billion on a year-on-year basis. Now, that's as per the government data that we received. Meanwhile, imports, they have dropped 3.7% on a year-on-year basis to $53 billion. That's also as per the government data. Now, this data comes at a time as the centre continues to push structural reforms and global trade partnerships. In fact, let's take a look at some other key highlights coming out of this data. Now, services trade, that continued to be a strong support, showing a $15.6 billion surplus, with services exports at $32 billion. That, despite the ongoing policy-related disruptions globally, there's been a surge and that has been noted in exports to the US, and that's been recorded up from $20.8 billion in Q1 of last year versus $25.5 billion in Q1 of this year. Data also shows that despite global challenges, India has put up a good show on exports front. Now, in Q1 of this year, which is the April to June quarter, exports exceeded $210 billion versus $198 billion clocked in the same period last year, and that's been a rise of close to 5% growth. Now, this figure of $210 billion, which has been achieved in Q1, is the highest ever since 2016 to 2017 in the same quarter. Now, another highlight is the 6% growth which has been clocked in non-petroleum exports, even as trade under FTAs is rising. Engineering goods, petroleum products, electronic goods, drugs and pharma, organic and inorganic chemicals, they're the top 3 exported commodities, while US, UAE, Netherlands, China, they're the top export destinations from India. Meanwhile, China continues to be a top import destination for India. In fact, government sources tell ET now that the Commerce Ministry has started monitoring unusual surges in imports of commodities and will take action if found that the increase in inbound shipment was on account of any malpractice.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.